Way to kick off, Kurt. We're here with the Iron Woman, the blue ribbon event for all the girls on the beach here. And as we take a look at the start list, it's going to be interesting to see who's made it in today. There was such a scrap on for those 16 places, but what a field we've got. Starting it off with our star of the summer so far, Harriet Brown from BMD Northcliffe. She'll be one to watch. Tara Coleman, Maddie Dunn, Devon Halligan, a young gun there, and Georgina McDermott, Danielle McKenzie and Jordan Mercer. Lara Moses has snuck in after a couple of great rounds towards the end of the summer. Alexandra Nolan, the Northern sisters are there, Tala Piscaric, Tian Raymond, and of course Eliza Smith, somebody we've seen probably go to more Summer of Surf rounds than anyone. And to round us off, Lizzie Wellborn, a real find this summer.
Yeah, it's been a huge journey to get here to the start line, and away the girls go. And this field really is an all-star cast, and once again, so critical, straight on here. Newport's got a little bit of a wave on too, Josh, and already a nice start at the bottom of the screen. Yeah,
Jordan Mercer there right on the right-hand side of that field, punching through those early waves. But as we saw last time we were here at Newport, that bank made such a difference to racing all day. But with this high tide, there's a little bit of water on it, so it won't play a massive role here in this first opening event. But it looks like Jordan Mercer on the bottom of the screen. Punching through one. Harriet Brown really got cleaned up. She looks like she's hit the lead there from Devon Halligan on the white and green board to her left-hand side. But at the top of the screen there, it looks like Eliza Smith on the white board. And then that's Georgia Miller there, the hometown girl, on the pink nose board, hitting the lead.
Yeah, Georgia Miller, good start in the middle. Looked like it favoured the competitors to the south ever so slightly. Maddie Dunn on board with her at the moment. You see Lara Moses. That looks like the clubmate there of Georgia Miller from the Newport Club, trying to do her best as well. But Miller in control at the moment. It's been an incredible summer for her, obviously. We've spoken about it so much. She's qualified for the Pro Series for the first time. And as we talk now, look at this gold board closest to screen. Harriet Brown starting to rev up, working her way through the field and wide. And on her wash, just behind her, that stripe board of Jordan Mercer.
Talking about incredible summers, both those girls have been huge in the Summer of Surf. They've really made it their own and just shown how good they are as Georgia goes around the can there. Maddie Dunn sneaking around on the inside in third place, followed by the other Newport cap of Lara Moses. So these girls, Jordan Mercer and Harriet Brown, are really wide. They're giving the other girls a lot of space there. It's not where you want to be. We can see Georgia Miller sneaks around, taking the shortest possible route, just like Maddie Dunn cops the can to the face there. But that's the quickest way around the cans. We know that. That's the way you've got to go. And there's a few of the girls at the back here who are really struggling. They're going to have a lot of work to do to catch up.
Yeah, a bit of a sluggish start there. Devon Halligan's had a good start as well on that green and white board. Now they start to spread out. And they're going to have to be careful here to line this final turning can up. They've got to go all around all the cans here in this opening board leg. And oh no, Georgia Miller, she's lost the sat-nav system. Now she's had to go back.
I don't know.
Critical error.
That's such a terrible mistake there from somebody so experienced. You know, in an Ironman, an Ironwoman event, you've got to go around all the cans, and she's just misjudged that swim can, chasing the runs to the left-hand side. That's handed the lead here to Eliza Smith, and that's made such a difference. She's missed that wave, and the girls pushed down. Jordan Mercer, the only one. She came through the field from 5th place, and now she's out in front.
Oh, critical error from Miller. She's going to be kicking herself about that. Hopefully she can be on this next wave.
Yeah, she is there. She's back with this second. Oh, and there's, crash and bash. Someone's off as Harriet Brown sneaks in front. So mistakes bringing these girls undone. The less experienced girls, small mistakes. That's really punishing their race.
Oh, you just can't make those mistakes at this level. We saw Miller with a navigational mistake, and there Eliza Smith couldn't control a board, so it's just handed this lead to Jordan Mercer on the transition. She's had a brilliant summer, really highlighted by her ski leg, and now here we go. Devon Halligan in second spot. Georgia Miller frantically trying to catch up from that mistake.
Lizzie Wellborn's in there from North Bondi. She'll be one to watch coming into these last few legs. Lara Moses, Tara Coleman. The Northern sisters have got a lot of work to do. They're a long way down here. But the interesting thing is we've spoken about Jordan Mercer's swim leg all summer long, how much it's improved. Look how far she's come down. She wants to jump into that rip, whereas the stronger swimmers in Georgia Miller, Devon Halligan, they've run straight in. They think they can go against it, and they think they can fight it out.
We saw the rip in the last round here at Newport. It was absolutely motoring, and we saw so many great races set up by that tactical manoeuvre to go in the rip. And, well, today not moving as quick, but it looks like it's still moving. Look at that bank there, just crashing down and slowing those swimmers down. So at the moment, Mercer's making all the right moves.
We can see that brown water there. That's the bank. That's where the sand's getting churned up. You don't want to be on that spot. The waves are crashing down hard there. You want to be in this nice deep blue water closest to the screen there. That means the water's moving out. It's rushing out to sea. That's what Jordan Mercer's done well. And when you're not the best swimmer in the field, you've got to manage it really, really well. And it seems like she's done that there. She's gone in at the right place, she's swum hard early, and she's still out in the lead with a lot of good swimmers chasing her.
Yeah, look how spread out they are. There's another competitor who's gone way far south trying to pull out something, and that's what happens when you make some mistakes as well. You've got to take some risks, and you see a competitor doing that now. But now Georgia Miller, she's got the scent there of Mercer, and she's starting to reel her in,
yeah,
and that gap's closing by the second.
Yeah, she's starting to grab onto her feet there. She'll just be concentrating on Jordan Mercer's feet. She knows she's going to go to the right place. She doesn't have to worry about the can, so she's going to try and sprint up, get on her feet before that turning can, rest along the back of the break, and then really make a move on the way in. And the other interesting part about this is we've spoken about Georgia Miller's improved ski legs. So if she can get to the lead, in the past we would have said, oh, maybe she can't hang on. Not now, not the new and improved Georgia Miller. She can win this race from this position.
Yeah, we said this to the kids, and we say it to the parents and everyone at home as well. It's not 1985 anymore. You can't come out and bust out a Clint Robinson epic ski leg and not have a very good swim leg and still get away with it. Now, if you have a weak leg, you're going to get owned. And these girls, they're so incredible improving their legs. Jordan Mercer's swim leg has come a mile just in this summer. Georgia Miller's ski leg has come a mile, as you mentioned, Josh, and those are the things that separate the good from the great. And right now, Mercer and Miller, they are great.
Yeah, and they're going to have to be here because that pack's tacked onto the back of them now. So while it was a two-horse race before, now the girls are back on. It looks like Devon Halligan's still there. Maddie Dunn swum up into contention. There's a few others. I see Mooloolaba caps in there. Lara Moses is still in the mix. So this race is not over by any means. The group looks like it's going to pack up here, and it may just come down to the ski leg.
Yeah, Tara Conway in there as well.
Look at
more
this.
Tactics. Another swimmer pulling out wide and left to try and find a wave. So really awesome to see that these girls making some big decisions. And this is what big races do. You see this kind of stuff in state finals. You see it big time in Aussie finals. No risk, no reward. And these girls are putting it all on the line today. All the skills, all the decision making to try and pull a rabbit out of the hat.
Yeah, it looks like Jordan Mercer's gone all the way down to the right there. She's really spread out from the rest of the group, and now she's starting to swim back. I don't know why that is, whether that was a mistake or not, but she's coming back onto that bank. She really tried to gap the field, and she'll swim back towards Georgia Miller, who's taking the more direct line back to the beach.
Oh, Miller making up for that critical error there in that opening board leg, and now Mercer, she's just gone adrift a little bit, and she's lost touch with these leaders, so a crucial error here by her in this race, and now back to the leaders, Miller and Brown going stroke for stroke, eyeballing each other. I love it when they're looking at each other as they come back to shore in this swim leg.
The two strongest swimmers in surf life saving at the moment have come to the fore when it mattered most. They both had to make their move here, get a gap on the stronger ski paddlers and try and break away. And Jordan Mercer just snuck to the right-hand side, has fallen off as we see some of the girls come down a wave here. So it's a race in 5. There's 5 on that front wave, and then I think there's another 5 on the wave behind it. So we're in a massive pack here. There's probably 7 or 8 competitors who can still win this race with one leg to go.
Oh, sneaky jag, and it's a 1-2 punch, but it looks like Miller's going to come out on top. She goes back to back with those little waves, so she's made a little bit of an inroad into that mistake early on, and she's back in the box seat now with one leg remaining. Miller in 1, Harriet Brown in 2, so no change out of that final swim leg. Back to Maddie Dunn, then Mercer, and then it's really tight there, Josh. Halligan, and then also still Lara Moses, a big mover in the field.
Yeah, Lizzie Wellborn's in there, hanging in there. She's only young. Tara Coleman will be one to watch. She's a strong ski paddler, and she's not far off the pace. But interestingly, these girls have split here. We see a couple come down to the bottom of the screen. That's Georgia Miller and Maddie Dunn on the purple, who's just been hit, but not Harriet Brown. She's straight on the left-hand side, straight on, paddling like Mercer is here. Got that ski up and moving, and it's made all the difference so far.
Oh, Harriet Brown looking really fine out in front now. It's gapped the rest of the field. Miller heading a little bit of trouble up north as well, and it's so much harder in this ski leg because you can't really drag your ski too far down or too far up. You pretty much just got to eat it where you are and do your best.
And interestingly, as we see now that Georgia Miller's caught up, that top of your screen was better on the inshore, but as you get out the back, the bottom of the screen made all the difference. That deeper water, the rip we spoke about earlier. So you may be stuck on one end and it may have a small advantage, but it'll even itself out in the long run as we see our two leaders back together, Miller and Harriet Brown. But Jordan Mercer snuck up and really closed that gap.
Yeah, good call there, Josh. It hurt Miller early, but it's helped her late. and you can see her just nose in front, closest to screen, the pink stripes. And here we go, Maddie Dunn wants a piece of the party here on that magenta ski. And also
Lara
going
Moses
back,
is still
Moses
in
and the pink. They're so tight. This is the Summer of Surf Grand Final. And we've got Miller, Brown, Mercer, Dunn. They're all in there. Moses, they all want a piece of the action. This inside position for this opening first can is critical.
It's vital, Kurt. As we see Mercer there, she's not going to have to work as hard in here. She's just going to make sure she stays on the inside. As it comes around, she's going to really lift the pace. It'll make all the difference coming around here. She'll be a ski length in front, and she'll have the advantage coming out of the 3 cans. Georgia Miller's in the worst possible position at this point. 3 wide going round. She'll have to paddle an extra 10, 15 metres. Not only will she have to paddle further, she'll have to use that energy. If I was her, I'd be dropping back onto Harriet's tail, sneaking around on the inside and trying to make my move off that last can.
Well, they keep coming. Devon Halligan, Lizzie Wellborn right in there as well. They still just so tight. And, gee, a bit too much love shown here in this women's race. I thought there might have been a bit of a cut-off. Maybe Brown thinking of chopping Mercer off there at the can, but they're giving him plenty of room and super friendly. I don't know if the boys would be that friendly around the cans.
Definitely not. As we see Devon Halligan coming around, Lizzie Wellborn, Lara Moses, Carly Nerthen and Tara Common. All these girls are still within striking distance. They're one wave away from these leaders here. So as Jordan Mercer rounds the last can, she's out in front. Harriet Brown in second, Georgia Miller third. That's Dev Halligan's made up so much ground over Maddie Dunn. I don't know what's happened to her. She was in a clear third going around, but we see the girls all coming around here. It's the charge of the Light Brigade. They're all coming for Jordan Mercer, our leader.
Oh, great shots on the drone cam now, and Mercer starting to stretch out the right-hand side of screen. Look at this on these runners. That striped ski, she's flying, looking so good. Harriet Brown, she can sense this is go time now. These next 50 metres, you need to make a move, otherwise it's going to be race over. But look at Mercer. She just seems to have taken up a whole nother level. I don't think they can peg her back.
She's seen the finish line and she knows that there's half a ski leg to the Summer of Surf title, the Iron Woman Championship, and she's going for it. Look at the stroke rating. She's on the top of a wave. She'll push down. Oh, rest up. Jordan Mercer, Iron Woman Champion of Summer of Surf, the inaugural Iron Woman Champion, Kurt.
Yeah, she's got to hold it straight here, and this will just about dust it off. Here's the chase pack now. Harriet Brown right on there. Georgia Miller as well. And it looks like Maddie Dunn has come good at the right time on this chase wave. But here's our leader and our winner onto the shore. There you go. Father Darren's got the ski. And Jordan Mercer, who has been one of, if not the most consistent racer in our inaugural Summer of Surf here, will come down and take out the first ever Summer of Surf Iron Woman title at Newport Beach. All smiles now. It's been an incredible season for her so far and really well deserved. A little bit of a fist bump across. The battle on for second. Harriet Brown, she's battled hard all summer long. Georgia Miller in there in third, and Maddie Dunn will have to settle for fourth place. Further back there, Carly Nerthen's had a great season, not too far from the podium, as well as Devon Halligan and Lizzie Wellborn.
But what a season from Jordan Mercer. She's really broken out this year and shone throughout the whole summer long. It's been an incredible one, and she really deserved this win here.
Well, just desserts here for Jordan Mercer, crowned our inaugural Summer of Surf Iron Woman champion. Had the most consistent summer of all the athletes here in the Iron Woman field and really deserved that victory here today. Full credit to her, and surely another big step in what's already been an incredible career. Harriet Brown, always consistent, runner-up there in second place ahead of Georgia Miller, who's had a breakout season, of course, qualifying for the Pro Series for the first time and a podium placing here.
We're here with Jordy Mercer, who's just absolutely smashed that Iron Woman. Talk me through the first part of your race and the board.
Yeah, bored with the opening leg. I really wanted to set myself up with a nice start, but it didn't quite go my way. So turning the cans, we actually had some great runs to work. So I really tried to use that to my advantage to make up a couple of those places and chase down that wave on my own.
And you had some really tough competition in the swim.
Yes, I definitely did. My plan was actually to go down south of the turning flag going in, and I sort of had a look over my shoulder and I saw all the girls heading up far to the right. So quick change of course. I knew that I was going to be swimming faster if I was close to them or on their feet. So that was my change of plan in the second leg.
And in that ski leg, you really put the clappers on and turned into fifth gear.
I did. I really tried to rate up, get out there, and obviously give myself the best chance to have first pick of the runs and first pick of the waves, but you never know how far away they are or how close they are, so it's just not over until you really know you're finished.